Here's a few movies to check out this week, currently on Netflix Instant. Since it's Halloween this weekend, here's a nice batch of horror to get you through. Hellraiser 2. This to me has always been the pinnacle of the Hellraiser movies. It explains more of the history of the Cenobites. The visual effects I thought were stronger here. It shows the creation of a new Cenobite, which is just awesome. And overall, it just feels like a more complete film. Not saying that the original Hellraiser is bad in any capacity. I love the original Hellraiser. But this is a case of where the sequel took a lot of the elements from the first movie and expanded on them. I believe it's actually the uncut version that's up there because it says it's 98 minutes. The theatrical version I know is only 88 minutes. They cut roughly 10 minutes of blood and guts out of it. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to compare them, so I don't know. But either way, I've seen the theatrical cut version and I've seen the uncut version, and they're both excellent. It's just that the uncut version has more of that old disturbing imagery that Clive Barker is known so well for. Foreign horror. Let the Right One In. I recommended this before, but I'm going to recommend it again because this is a beautiful movie. It's a Swedish film about a kid who is somewhat of an outcast. There's a new girl that moves into his apartment building. He gets to know the girl and finds out that she is a vampire. It's weird because the movie incorporates a bunch of different things into it. It's not specifically a horror film. It's kind of a mixing of horror, a little bit of humor. It's got a coming-of-age tale to it. It's a bit of a reverse Twilight, only good, because the girl, Ellie, is 12, but she's been 12 for over 200 years. And the kid, Oscar, is your typical 12-year-old kid who is trying to comprehend this. The cinematography in the movie is beautiful. I don't want to say it's an artsy film because a lot of times artsy comes with the feeling of pretentiousness. But a lot of people would consider it an artsy film because it is slow and it's not your traditional vampire movie. The only thing, do not watch the dubbed version. The dubbed version is terrible. Whoever did the dubbing should be ashamed of themselves. If you can't deal with subtitles, then honestly, just don't watch it at all. Action horror. From Dusk Till Dawn. This was the first collaboration between Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, and the results are one of the best meldings of action and horror. You've got two criminals and their hostages that are trying to make their way out of the U.S. They go and hide out in a bar called the Titty Twister that is inhabited by vampires. Once this happens, it shifts from being a crime action movie to a horror action movie, and it does it instantly. It is one of the fastest tonal shifts I think there's ever been in a movie. It's got awesome action, a very good sense of humor, and it's definitely one of a kind. Whatever you do, don't watch the sequels. They're awful. Horror comedy. 100 Bloody Acres. 100 Bloody Acres is a movie that takes place in Australia, and there's two brothers that are in the fertilizer business. Much like Motel Hell, their secret ingredient is people. While they're on their way back to the farm, they pick up two guys and a girl that are hitchhiking to a music festival. And the one brother starts to fall in love with the girl. He doesn't want to kill her. And the other brother is just ruthless. He wants to kill all of them. He doesn't care. So it ends up being the two guys and the girl, and the one brother who's kind of on the fence, and the other one who's just ruthless. I've seen a lot of people compare it to Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I don't see that really. Actually, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is better, but this is still a lot of fun. That's all I got for this week. I'll see you next time.